Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shop, back with some more MLB picks on this Tuesday, June 8th. Guys, the clean sweep is exactly how we get back on track. Let's build off of that today. If this is your first video, my name's Logan. I do the MLB picks daily on this side of the channel. And right now, we are sitting at 60-47 subs. Can we get to 60-50 by the end of the day? That's only 3 away. Absolutely we can, but we can't do it without you guys. So mash that subscribe button if you already aren't. We really appreciate it. Guys, we're trying to go to the moon. We can't go to the moon without you guys. 10K, yeah, we're not going to hit that overnight. We need baby steps. And again, just trying to build the growth. Speaking of going to the moon, though, our COS All-Stars are already in orbit. The people all over the screen. Austin and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Again, it's just a little tip of, saying thank you to Austin and I for waking up early and doing these picks. It's not always easy, believe it or not, to wake up and do the research for all these picks and do the video, but we do it for the COS All-Stars. So if you're interested in doing that either click the join button next to our channel name or the first link in the description. Now let's take a quick victory lap from last night. Yes, it was a limited slate, only 4 plays, but we swept. Red Sox money line, that game had a little bit of a pitcher switch last minute, but that one cashed nonetheless. Pavetta strikeouts, that one cashed. Angels over in the first 5. Yeah, guys, that cashed with ease. That was a no sweat bet. We love to see that. Padres money line. Padres clutched up for us. Good job, Padres. Cash it. And that concludes the 4-0. Guys, let's build off that 4-0. Where are we starting today? Mets versus Orioles. Yes, Orioles money line plus 104. I love the value on this one. Who you got on the mound for the Mets today? Peterson. 3 earned runs. Well, that 5 earned run performance, I remember it very, very, very like it was yesterday, right? Why? Because I had his strikeout total over in that game. He hosted first inning batting practice. He made it 1/3 of an inning. He was abysmal. He was just, I don't know what that was. I'm going to be honest, but I expect the Orioles to be able to hit him today. Orioles bats have been red hot recently, right? Who's on the mound for Baltimore though? Zimmerman. 2, 1, 5 earned runs in each of his last 3. So he can give up some earned runs, but he could be solid. And the Mets bats, sometimes they leave him at home sometimes. So we're banking on that. And guys, in this game, there's a storyline that just won't be ignored on this channel. You guys know that this channel is big Ryan Mountcastle fans. Congrats to Ryan Mountcastle for winning AL Player of the Week. Yeah, guys, what an accomplishment for somebody that's really close to Austin and I. We talked to him last night, and he told Austin, he's like, yeah, when are you guys having me on the show? We can't wait. We support everything Ryan's doing. He's killing it this year. If you guys haven't followed Ryan Mountcastle, he's just been on a tear recently. Him and the Orioles bats have been insanely hot. And I expect the streak to continue. Baltimore's 20th in runs, 13th in hits. They've bumped up those numbers drastically from where they were weeks ago, right? The Mets, by comparison, 28th in runs, 24th in hits. Guys, if we're cashing a home underdog, I really like this one for value. I think the Orioles get it done today, especially against Peterson. Again, guys, you know my Mets flow chart. If I'm picking against the Mets, is DeGrom on the mound? No? Okay, well, then it's safe to pick against them. That's why we're rolling with them today. Moving on to our next pick, Dodgers versus Pirates. Yeah, I'm taking Dodgers run line, -1.5, -104 odds. Who you got on the mound for Pittsburgh? Brubaker, 0, 7, 5 earned runs in each of his last 3. Wow, the 7 and the 5. He could easily do that against the Dodgers. He could host first and second inning batting practice, no problem. Dodgers bats are super talented. 2nd in runs, 9th in hits. We know this, guys. Their lineup is very menacing. Who's on the mound for the Dodgers? Walker Buehler, 3, 1, 1 earned run in each of his last 3 starts. Yeah, I mean, Buehler's been pretty solid. I definitely think he can hold the Pirates at bay, pun intended. And Pittsburgh, not a great offensive team. I would know this because I just picked them on Sunday, and I was like, oh, what was I doing? They when you need them the most, they dry up. Their bats dry up. 30th in runs, 21st in hits. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they play like it. And again, guys, the Dodgers could cover this run line with ease. I mean, the hot play might be, Pirates, at home to steal a game that they probably shouldn't win, but I don't care. I'm just picking Dodgers because I can't go to bed at night if I pick Pirates and they lose by 10 runs. Can't do that. That's why I'm rolling with them today. Moving on to our next pick, another run line for you with pretty good value if you ask me. Nationals versus Rays. Yes, I'm taking Rays -1.5, +110 odds. Washington, 25th in runs, 6th in hits. Yeah, I mean, the hits are high, but they don't convert them to runs. This has always been a theme that I always talk about on here. Tampa Bay, by comparison, 4th in runs, 15th in hits. The Rays know how to score, and, they've been up and down recently. We know they went on that really hot stretch cool off a little bit, but they're playing back at home. I expect them to do well today with Glasnow on the mound. Glasnow, 3-0, 5 earned runs in each of the last 3. Yeah, I mean, he sometimes gives up the occasional, high earned run game, but the Nationals bats, they don't scare me all that much. Lester on the mound for the Nationals, 1-1, 6 earned runs in each of his last 3. I think he's poised to give up more than 1 earned run. I'm going to be honest with you today. The Rays bats should and will get to him today. Rays are 14-8 versus left-handed pitchers. Yes, Lester is a lefty. Yeah, I think they get to him today, and I think they cash that run line for us. Moving on to our next pick, Blue Jays versus White Sox. Yes, I'm taking Robbie Ray strikeout total under 6.5 plus 110 value. Yeah, Robbie Ray, one of the cooler names in baseball. Why am I disrespecting him taking his under? Well, he's facing the White Sox, right? The White Sox, super talented offensive team. It's hard to cash a strikeout total over against the White Sox because they're always trying to put the ball in play. Now, sometimes, to their detriment, they do try to swing for the fences. And, that's how you get really, really high strikeout games like you saw against the Tigers this past weekend. But, the White Sox hit left-handed pitchers very well, and Robbie Ray is a lefty. Let's look at his last 3 games. 9, 5, 7 Ks in each of his last 3. So, he's hit it in 2 of 3, but the opponent is the White Sox. And the White Sox bats are talented like pretty much no other. He's went 6, 4 2/3, and 7 innings pitched in each of his last 3 again. So he's going 6 and 7, but maybe the White Sox rough him up a little bit, right? Would that shock you? It wouldn't shock me one bit, right? And on the season, he's 6 for 10 on cashing this over. A little above 50%, but again, I'm looking at the stats and I'm like, of course, the over is the minus value. So if you're picking the over, you're assuming Chicago, does what they do and just bad strikeout game. But I love the under for this one. Again, if you're picking a strikeout total under, there's a lot of factors that can go against you. White Sox could put the ball in play. They could just be fouling pitches off, driving Robbie Ray's pitch count up. Yeah, these are definitely likely factors that could contribute to the strikeout total under cashing, and I like it. 7 strikeouts is not an easy number, too. Moving on to our next pick, D-backs versus A's. I'm taking Bassett's strikeout total over 6.5 Ks plus 120 value. Guys, I love the value on this one. Again, as I talked about in the last pick, another plus value pick. Guys, we got to do is go 1 for 1 in the player props, and we're winning some money today. This storyline carries over from something that I was doing with the weekend. I kept betting Milwaukee pitchers against the D-backs, and they cashed the strikeout total every single time for me. And that's why we're continuing the trend a little bit here. Bassett, 6, 9, and 8 Ks in each of his last 3 starts. He's went 4, 9, and 7 2/3 innings pitched. Those numbers are encouraging to me, right? He missed it by a hook, but the 9 and the 8 Ks definitely can do it. He's hit this over in 7 of the 12 games pitched this year, over 50%, and you got a really sluggish Diamondbacks offense coming in there, 19th in Ks. Yeah, guys, I think Bassett stands a really good chance of cashing that strikeout total over for us today. The D-backs have been abysmal offensively, and we expect the trend to continue today. That's why we're locking in Bassett's Ks. Moving on to our last pick, guys, Nerfy Nation, we're back. We're back for more today. Rockies versus Marlins, no run first inning, minus 125. We really need this to hit. Over under to this game. As I always, make these picks, I start with the low ones. This one's 7.5, which is a very comfortable range for me. Colorado, 20th in first inning runs. Miami, so much worse. How about dead last? 30th in first inning runs. Colorado, they only score at Coors, right? That's what their whole thing is. They play bad away from Coors Field. They're a terrible road team, right? And you have two starting pitchers that are pretty decent. Lopez versus Senzatella. Yeah, they're not aces by any stretch, but they definitely make me feel okay in getting the 3 outs, and the 3 outs required to cash the no-run first inning. And Nerfy Nation, we will be back flying in the flags in chat tomorrow because we will have cashed that no-run first inning. I have no doubt about that. No parlay of the day. I just want to build up some wins first. But let's recap the picks. Orioles money line, Dodgers run line, Rays run line, Robbie Ray strikeout total under, Bassett strikeout total over, and the no-run first inning in Rockies versus Marlins. Thank you guys so much. Calling our shot. You guys are the absolute best community. Let's win some money today, and let's build off of yesterday. See ya.